proper disturbed this week about the amount of missing children in our communities and the concern for those missing children within our very own community. And I've seen one or two petitions going around asking people, people are now concerned because it's now an issue. And so we've mobilized against our children being abducted because of a series of events. Abducted children going missing, it's been going on for years. There are, in 2018 and 2019 alone, there were 280,000 children who went missing. But I can't stress that some of these children go missing for different reasons. So yes, we have the child that is, the victim of an attempted abduction on the way to school. We have that, and we have incidents of that. But that is not the majority of children that go missing every year. Now, the reason I'm saying this is this, and you probably will get a bit pissed off with me saying this, but we have to address the fact. The fact is that a lot of children go missing because they want to go missing. And we send their pictures around on social media, and I'm going to give you an instance of this, actually, of a child that went missing recently, and that child's image went all around social media, and that child was found at his friend's house. Somebody's parent knows that a child is in the house that should be in his home, and yet we hide that. So we're not making ourselves accountable for these missing children. Did you know that there is a craze going around at the moment on TikTok where you go missing for 48 hours? And this is why a lot of parents need to understand what's going on social media. It's a craze at the moment where the challenge is to go missing for 48 hours. So in that time, we don't know anything about it. So we start putting their images up on social media, and then they start getting likes because the people in those groups know about the challenge. And this is what's worrying. In terms of social media and how we look after our children as parents, it's very difficult to monitor these sites. And it becomes a challenge when your child just goes missing. And of course, we want to find those children. We want to find every child. Every child should be safe. But we have to understand that sometimes when these children go missing, they are intentionally missing to create attention. And this is worrying that these platforms are allowed to continue these challenges. The police should be looking into it, but they're not. But so us as parents have to be more aware of this. The other thing I really wanted to talk about today as well is this platform where young people build up credits and get paid through their fans. And these sites are being used by paedophiles across the globe, across the world. And we as parents who are not paying enough attention to our children's social media use don't even know if our children are selling images of themselves on these sites. You can earn up to $7,000 a month selling images on these sites. And it's so simple. I'm going to put the link here. You can see it here. This is how simple it is to get on this site. So you just go on this site, you register, and a lot of young people have been using adults' credentials just to get access to the site, and there doesn't seem to be that much of a restriction in getting on there as long as the age box is ticked, and then start selling images of their bodies. What is going on? This is crazy. This is crazy. We have young people using these platforms who are being induced and groomed into selling images and videos of their body on these platforms. And we don't know about it. We only know about it when it blows up in the newspaper that some teenager has been caught using it with somebody else's credentials. But how many young people are on these platforms actively? They had those bait out sites a while ago where they were collecting and asking young girls and boys to send images of their bodies in. What's going on? Is this what social media has become? Is this what we are allowing our children to be a part of? And then we start wondering why they go missing. Some of these children go missing because they believe they are building relationships through these platforms. And so they go missing and go and meet these supposed people who are their friends. And we all know what goes on with criminal exploitation and grooming. It's all done online now. So these groomers will actively target these children, these young people, befriend them, and then ask to meet them. And then when they go to meet them, they're abducted. And they're drafted into all sorts of organizations. So I guess what this message is today is just a warning that these platforms are out there and they're becoming more and more vile, by the day. I swear these platforms are set up by paedophiles because it's too perfect. You know, you start offering somebody up to $7,000 a month to send images and videos of your body to your fans. Who governs this? Why are these platforms allowed out there? Why are our children allowed to have this? And here's a thought. Why, if we give our children social media use, why is it not like when you subscribe to Sky or something, where if you are the bill payer, you get to see what's going on in that account? Why are those mechanisms not built into social media? Where if you're underage and you tick this section, or your child registers and they tick this section, it means you have access to their account. You know, these are the mechanisms that need to be put in place to stop our children being abducted, groomed, and basically sold into child slavery. So for me, when we talk about missing children, let's not discount the fact that social media is the vehicle for a lot of the information that is out there. Some of these children that are going missing, you know, one or two of them go missing on the way onto school, and I understand that. I get it. But there are children that are actively out there building relationships with complete strangers. Complete strangers. Then they go to meet them, or they tell them where they go to school, or they tell them where they hang out, or they tell them where they live. And these people actively go out and seek these people through their vulnerabilities. So the point I'm trying to make is this. If we are to look after our children, if we are to protect our children as parents, carers, community leaders, grassroots workers, whatever title you want to give yourself, start petitioning these platforms and start asking the question, why are our children allowed to see these vile things?